Hey guys, it's Nate doing the Options Locator April 11th, 2021 newsletter. Pretty good week last week, so I hope you guys were able to capitalize off of that. Not quite the week I was looking for or anticipating as far as getting back to some better action versus March, but we still had some pretty good moves. So I'm pretty stoked about that. Just real quick, gonna go over the disclaimer here. You guys, it's in the newsletter, it's in the website, it's in the Discord. So you guys just review the disclaimers, and then we can get going. All right, so last week, review real quick, we had Airbnb. Tried to break out off this inside day on Monday. So tried to break out on Tuesday. It triggered, but with that shooter, it negated the move. So we were looking for the short after that. And then Wednesday, it took the short down. So pretty good move there on the short side. Amazon, probably the best play of the week. The 3,300 calls were alerted Monday at $5, and they closed on Friday at $69. So they hit a high of like $72 Friday. So one contract, and you swing one contract for $500, and you've got $6,900, or 5,000 to 69,000. So pretty good move. Broke out that downward trend line Monday. Closed this gap on Tuesday, a little pause day, and then off to the races. So pretty happy with that move. Apps, nothing major. Really couldn't get the confirmed move over 88. Kind of just blah action. You can see, all of this is stuck inside of this. So we've got some issues there. Baba, initially, it took the inside week down here on Monday. Nice little hammer. Reverse course on Tuesday. We went long on some calls there, and we were looking for it to go outside week at that point. Couldn't quite do it. So on the weekly, it nothing major. But if it would have went over 232.38, we would have been able to get an outside week for a nice move. Baidu, another one that's just kind of hanging out here. Sideways action. Triggered, but couldn't do anything. Comcast triggered the 55 break, went sideways, and then bam, on Friday it kind of shot way down, but red hammer there. We'll see if they can get a confirmed move back over that downward trend line there. CMLF, double inside week. It's on this week's newsletter. So Disney gapped up on Monday, negated the trigger there, and then just kind of faded from there. Etsy, wonderful move. Didn't quite trigger on Monday, almost triggered. The trigger was at 212.14. This high is 211.99, so missed triggering by 15 cents on Monday. So then we had done the inside day review for what day is that? So Tuesday evening. Then it went double inside day. So then I set the alert to this day's high, and then so we were able to get in long before the newsletter trigger. Went right to the downward trend line, pulled back just a little bit, and then Friday we finally got our 221 target. So pretty happy with that move there. GM, another one that worked out pretty well. Yeah, it gapped up Monday, came back, retested the 59 level, and then made new highs. So good move there. Here, slow mover, slow grinder, still working its way up to the 30 area. I like this one. I liked it back here. And back here. So continue to watch this one. I like it. MasterCard, wonderful breakout on Monday. Took double inside week up with some outside day continuation there. And then on Tuesday, had another outside day, closed that gap, so that was important. Once it closed that gap and started reversing course, that was a good indication that they were going to take it higher. So now we're looking for a move over 389.50 and make that 400 magnet run. MGM gapped up on Monday. Not a whole lot there following that, but pretty decent overall. Netflix had a little hammer here on Monday. It was just kind of wishy-washy. Then I had that Sony news. So really needs a breakout of like 560, and then 566, 65 would be my next areas to watch out for. So if we can make those breaks, then I think we get around the 600 pretty soon. Roblox triggered the 70 break Monday. Couldn't quite confirm it over the, was it 72.70? Yeah. So then we were looking for an inside day up move. Didn't get it. Got the inside day down move. But then Friday it re-triggered the 72.70. Darn near hit 75. Missed it by a penny. I know some of you guys scalped it on Friday, so that was a pretty good move there. Shop. We were waiting all week for that 1200 break. Finally got it. Had a good move Thursday, and then they started it down on Friday, and then took it back up. So still inside that small browning formation. See if they can push it to the top of it. Alta, kind of wishy-washy, but it ultimately was up on the week. Now we're just looking for that gap entry there. Vips took the inside week down, or under 29.68 to start the week. Then they came back on Tuesday, had a pretty nice green day on Tuesday, triggered that downward trend line, couldn't push it through, and really just did nothing on the week. Now we're looking at a 28 break, and we can see 25. AMD broke out that downward trend line. Not much. Nvidia and some other names were the better plays there this week. And Uber closed that gap Monday. Tried to take it back up on Tuesday, but just kind of stalled out there. So now we'll get on to this week. So this week we've got Chewy. I like how it's holding this upward trend line here. They closed the earnings gap here and then kind of just held firm. I'm looking for a break of 85. Then we can get up here around 88.10, 88.35. And then up here around 92.50 would be my target areas. I do like this one. I like how they close that earnings gap there. And they're holding this upward trend line here. Nice outside day on Friday. So back-to-back outside days actually. So we'll see if they can get a confirmed move over 85 here. CMLF, the options kind of suck on this one. But this might just be a better common play. I look for an entry over 16 with a stop at 13. Really confirming an over 17. I really like it. So 13 was, an area here and here. They held it here. So as long as they can hold 13, I think they're good. Cisco, I like this one too. It's a slow mover. It's a quiet one. So zooming out here, just taking a look. So you got an area of resistance here, which is right where we're at here. So if we move up, we've got a small gap up here around 54.34. So small gap there. So if we can get a nice move over 52.25 or so, see 53, and then work up towards that gap resistance up around 54.32. Data, I like how it's got a nice topping base here over, it'll be over 27.55. Get over 27.55, holding this upward trend line. A break of 24, and I would cut it. But if we could get over 27.55, I would like to see it higher. Got nice support here, which will become resistance around 29. I'd like to see 30, and then 32 plus there. So zooming out here on the base, you've got a nice base here around 2150. So 24 breaks, look for support down to 24 or 2150. DraftKings, DKNG, holding this upper trend line here. I'd see a break over 64.60 here. It's been in the news lately. It's kind of wishy-washy. I mean, you can just look at this chart and see how it's wishy-washy. You know, a lot of red wicks, a lot of red outside days. So you gotta be careful with this one. Going with the May 70 calls on this. So I do like this one as long as it continues to make higher lows here. I like it, but I'm not going to get in super early. 64.60. I mean, if you want an early entry, we're looking at over 63.60, and then your target would be 64.60 if you got in early, and then 65. So, like I said, a lot of news on this one lately with New York and stuff. Trying to go legal with their sports betting and stuff. So you got the Masters tournament right now. Not as big as the NCAA tournament, but maybe they can drop some numbers on how they did with the NCAA tournament. I might boost this one up a little bit there. FedEx, great move for us a few weeks ago. So looking for some continuation here. I'd like to see a run back up to around 300 here. 305 something's the high, 305.66 is the high. If we extend this trend line out a little bit more, we're holding it. So as long as they continue to hold this trend line up, make some higher lows. But over this downward trend line here, or over 287, I'd like to see 290 plus this week. So that's what I'm looking at there. Futu, pretty good run on Thursday. No surprise it went inside day on Friday. Through this downward trend line here over 160, and I would be a buyer. Needs to get through that area and then through this area of resistance on these wicks here. So really over 174.28. If we can get that solid push over 174.28, then I would say we retest all that. IBM. So we had the 136.10 breakout recently. They couldn't confirm it, so they only went as high as 137.07 before pulling back. The 136.10 is the March 2020 highs. If you look at it on a monthly basis, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So here it is right here. All these wicks went up to it. So now we're just trying to get over this resistance area. So it's no surprise that they pulled back and they're holding it. So as long as we can get a solid push through that area, that's what I'm looking for. So here, so here. So on a monthly basis, you can clearly see what I'm looking at there. So as long as we get over 136.10 again, confirm it over 137.07, I'd like to see a nice run up. So we were able to catch this gap close a couple weeks ago. So that was a nice move for us then. Now we're looking for further continuation on it. MP, I like this one. I like how it's held 34 area. It's pulled back a little bit. It's, testing this area. You can see, it's kind of jumbled in the same area. Old resistance, old support, whatever you want to call it. So right in here as well. You got this downward trend line pushing. If we can get over that small gap above, I'd like to see a run towards that gap. That gap starts at 41.48. So we get over 38, and I think we run right to it. Neo, double inside week. 34's got a hold on this. 34 breaks. Then we come back down. We test this area here. 32, 31.50 area. So break over that downward trend line, and I'm in over 40. But under 36.95, and we'll take a short. Look for a target of 34. 34 needs to hold though. Elon on Friday tweeted at NEO, or mentioned NEO, because they produced their 100,000th vehicle. So they got a nice little boost after that Elon comment. See if that can carry over to next week. Space, double inside week as well. Had that strong move up. They've pulled it back. Small gap here. Downward trend line. Old resistance becomes new support. So found support here and here, which is the old area. So if the breaks lower, look for continued support around 27. We're looking for a move through this downward trend line and pushing higher. And Zoom, another one through the downward trend line. 300 needs to hold. 300 is pretty important. This 311.63 area was an old area, so maybe it got tested here on Monday. See if it continues to get tested. If it does, then I would look for, and it breaks, look for a short down to 300. But I'm looking for a move through this downward trend line and on higher. And then other setups, we got Boeing, pretty weak this week. Inside day on Friday through that small downward trend line. I'd like it for a run up to 260 and test last week's high. Under it, I'd look for a short under 248.91 and then back to 245, 240 area. Dash, pretty good day on Friday. Not sure what the issue was there. Small little rounding formation, see if they can push it to the top of it and push through it. Get over 150. 150 is going to be a good area to get through. Good mental number. Small resistance area there. They get through 150, then I think they'll be good. Datadog, saw some bullish flow on it this week. So if we can get over 90.25, I'd look for a nice move to 95 plus on that. So resistance, resistance, resistance. Push through it, 90.25. Like I said, bullish flow on it. I like it. That's not right. Should have one more. New one. So I like this one. I had on a daily plan for Thursday. It broke out, but it didn't. It broke out too early for us to get in on it. So I'm looking for a move over 46.17. You know, you've got kind of a small triple top here. But as long as it can push through 40 area, 40.71. This area here is good support. You know, has it here, and in this area. So I like this one over 46.17. If you want to wait a little bit, get over 46.50, then you can do that. But I like this one for 50 plus. So that's pretty much all I have this week. Not as much as last week. Narrowing the focus just a little bit. There's a lot of inside weeks. A few of them I really liked, like Philip Morris. That was another good one. You know, it's retesting our old breakouts from our other newsletter. So if they can get over 91.25, look for 92.74 on that one. Just some other good ones. Kroger had a good bull bet on it this week. So when they get over 38, 38.31, and they can see 40 pretty quick. So, but yeah, I think pretty good week this past week. Looking forward to another good week this week. And hope you guys are doing okay and starting your month off a lot better than you had finished in March. If you had a bad March, I know a lot of people did, but just the way of the markets right now. So I still remain cautious. We're up here at all-time highs, so just be cautious and mindful of that. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. Let's have a good week.